Welcome to Marketing and Mindset for Wellness Coaches, the podcast for health coaches and wellness entrepreneurs just like you who are building a business, making the world a healthier place, and designing a first-class life. I'm your host, Kim Foster, MD and certified business coach, and I'm on a mission to help you up-level your strategy and raise your mindset so you can truly thrive and grow your business. Let's get started. Hello, welcome to today's episode. I hope you're doing well. At the time of this recording, it is the middle of May, and we are starting to see some signs of life out there in terms of reopening businesses and shops in most parts of North America anyway, after many weeks of shutdown. And I guess we're going to see how it goes. I do have some mixed emotions about it, like many people, I think, but I'm definitely excited to see things starting to move again, businesses starting to get back to business, and people starting to emerge from wherever they have been sheltering. Now, before we dive into the topic I've prepared for you today, I want to mention that I am currently enrolling for my flagship group program, Business Academy for Coaches. If you would love to build a freedom-based online coaching business that will enable you to help people and make a real difference in people's lives, plus have the lifestyle that you desire, but you're not exactly sure where to start and how to make it happen, then this program is for you. I'll be guiding and mentoring a small group of people through my 4-month program, which is designed to take you step by step through everything that you need to do to build a successful online coaching business from the ground up. So you don't have to figure everything out yourself, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, and you will be able to put everything together in a much shorter time frame than you would be able to do by doing it all alone. Now, this program includes weekly Q&A calls with me, plus all the business building and branding and marketing modules that you'll need to create every aspect of your coaching business. Spaces are limited for this program. As I said, I'm going to be intentionally keeping the group small and intimate. So if it sounds like something that you might be interested in, I encourage you to check out the details to see if this is for you. I'll put a link in the show notes, but you can simply go to my website, drkimfoster.com/academy, to learn more and to book a call with me and see if this program is a good fit for you. Okay, so that said, let's dive into the topic for today. I work with a lot of new coaches, and there is one business task that I see so many of them get stuck on, and that is choosing a business name. This one decision has the ability to stop you in your tracks. It is hard to move forward until you've made a decision on your business name. So if this is you, if you're stuck on choosing a business name, then stay tuned because we are going to get you unstuck today. I'm also going to show you how to legally protect your name and the 4 basic steps that you need to take right now to make sure you're protected for the future. As I said, deciding what to name your coaching business can be a huge obstacle for many new coaches. In fact, it can block you from even launching your business. So let's take care of this issue for you today. Now, to break things down as simply as possible, you really only have 2 main options for naming your business. 1 is a personal brand and 2 is a business name. So let's take a look at both of these choices. First, a personal brand. So this means that you simply use your own name to represent your business. Like me, Kim Foster. This is what I have done. I use my name as my business name. Now, there are several pros to this approach, including, first of all, building a really close connection with your audience. When you work with me, you don't work with a corporate entity or a large faceless consulting group, you work with me. Another key advantage to using a personal brand, to using your own name, is that it's flexible. It will always be your name, no matter what direction your business takes. You can pivot, you can change your niche, you can specialize in something different, you can build in additional services, and you can do it all under the umbrella of your name. It also gives you the opportunity to build your own platform. This is something that's unique to you that nobody else can lay claim to. And another benefit is that your name can't be copied. You are who you are. Now, there are also some disadvantages to using your own name and creating a personal brand. The main one is that when somebody new encounters your business for the first time, your name alone doesn't really tell a prospective client anything about you or your business or what you do. So you'll have to do more work, perhaps, in the beginning of building your platform to show and really demonstrate what you're all about. Now let's take a look at option number 2, which is choosing a business name. So a business name is where you come up with a creative name for your business, something other than your own name. So for example, That Clean Life or Gorgeous Gut or Healthful Elements. A business name gives you a chance for self-expression and it becomes a part of your brand. And it often describes what you do in a nice, concise way. A business name can be very creative, it can be clever, it can be fun, and it can also be unique. It can really stand out if you're choosing the right name. That's if it's not generic, if it's something that's unique and uniquely you. So when choosing a business name based on what it is that you're doing and who you help, it can actually help people remember you and recognize you. That's if the name is chosen in the right way and if it makes sense for you. But there are some disadvantages. One is that there will be no flexibility and you may be boxing yourself in. You won't be able to pivot, so you really want to be confident that this is the business or the niche that you are very much committed to building for the long term. Another disadvantage to choosing a business name that's not your actual name is the issue of creating an invisible shield between you and your client. Choosing a business name creates a little bit of distance. So the relationship is not as warm or as personal, in my opinion, and it's just a little more professional and businessy. Also, people may not necessarily be able to find you. Depending on how well known you are, they may be looking for your name, like searching on Google, but they may not actually be able to find your website. One problem I have seen happen often with new coaches is that they choose a name that is kind of generic and doesn't really set them apart. You could go on Google and literally find hundreds and hundreds of pages and websites and blogs that all kind of sound the same, and this is not something you want to do. You do not want to be one of hundreds. So if you decide to choose a business name that is not your name, you want to make sure it's unique, that it really stands out and communicates very clearly what you do as a coach. Another really important thing that you want to keep in mind when choosing a business name is not to hide behind your name. If you choose to select a business name that is not your own name, make sure that you are really communicating what you're all about and let your personality and your uniqueness shine through. It's really important for your success as a coach to build a relationship and show people who you are. People work with us coaches because of our personalities and our values and what we stand for and the people that we really are. It's all about building trust and building relationships and helping your clients to achieve results. Another pitfall to keep in mind is that your system can always be copied. It's a little alarming, but it's true. Your method, your system, your coaching strategies, your recipes, all the tangible things in your process or your curriculum can be copied by other people. But what can never be copied is who you truly are, what you stand for, and the value that you bring to the marketplace. That can never be copied. So my recommendation to you is to be who you are. Choose your name as your business name, no matter how hard it is to pronounce or spell, and just go out there and really own who you are and what you do. My bottom line, especially for most new coaches, is to go with a personal brand and just use your own name to get started. Again, the main benefit is flexibility. What I have found is that coaches tend to evolve over time. If you name your business using the words digestive health in some fashion, but you realize after 2 or 3 years that your true passion has actually evolved into more of a spiritual mind-body wellness focus, you're going to need to rebrand and start over. Simply using your own name, though, means you won't have to scrap your whole business and start over from scratch. The most important thing is to not let this decision be an obstacle for you getting out there. I have seen many coaches get really blocked by this, so do not let that happen. When you're setting up your business, there are a lot of decisions to be made. Don't let this particular decision stop your forward progress. That's another one of the reasons why I personally prefer using your own name. It's simple, it's not going to change, and it lets you get on with the business of building and growing your business. Now, here are a couple of questions that my clients have asked me in the past about their business name. One is, should my site URL match my business name? And my answer is that generally, yes, it's best if your website URL is the same as your business name or is a close approximation. There's no requirement for this to actually be the case, but I do recommend it. Now, people sometimes forget URLs, so the more similar your website URL is to your business name, the better. People people will just be able to find you that much easier. A second question is, do I own the business name if I purchase the domain? And my answer is, sadly, it doesn't. Purchasing the domain only means that you own that website URL and nobody else can use that exact same domain, which is great, but it doesn't ensure that somebody else can use the business name itself. The third question that I often hear is, how do I know if someone else has chosen the name that I want? And this is really important. So let's walk through the 4-step process to figure this out and then protect the name that you've chosen. So when we're talking about how to actually legally protect your name, there are, like I say, 4 important steps. Step 1 is to go to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. That's at www.uspto.gov, and I'll put that in the show notes. Now, obviously, this is if you are in the US. Different countries will have their own trademark office. I'll put the link to Canada's trademark office in the show notes also. But at these sites, you can search and see if anybody has your business name. See if anybody owns your business name already, or if anybody has chosen a similar name that might be in competition with yours. Now, businesses are typically registered with the state or province in which they're located, and every state and province is organized a little differently. So you'll want to research the database for your particular state or province. And if the business name you desire is already trademarked by somebody else, that means that they have legal protection of the name. If you work in the same or a similar field, you will want to select a different name so you don't infringe on their registered trademark. Step number 2 is to go to Google. Now, naturally, you want to make sure that nobody has actually claimed your name. So look for domains or websites or articles, taglines, any marketing materials, or things that could be construed as the same name. Just go to Google and also look it up on social media while you're at it. Plug in your chosen business name and see what comes up. Make sure nobody else is running a similar business with that name. The third step that I recommend is to go to Amazon. I think it's really important to see if anybody has written a book with your name, or if anybody has used your chosen business name in any way on Amazon for any kind of publication that might prevent you from wanting to choose that name. The last strategy is to simply go to GoDaddy.com or HostGator and purchase your domain name. And while you're at it, consider purchasing any variation of your business name and even the misspellings. Once you've taken all 4 steps to do the research and you're convinced that you have got the right business name, I suggest you actually go and claim it and register it with the patent office for your country and your location. You can get a lawyer to help you with this, or you can go to a site like LegalZoom.com and let them do the work for you. It's important to realize that you don't own your business name until you actually register your business. Again, depending on your country and state or province, you can usually register your business as a sole proprietor or form a corporate entity like an LLC or S Corp. But again, that's a little out of the scope of what I want to talk about today. I definitely recommend that you talk to your lawyer about the particulars of your business. Okay, so let's just recap. When it comes to selecting a business name, you've got 2 basic choices: a personal brand, which is basically using your own name, or a business name. There are disadvantages and advantages to both, and you want to carefully consider all the factors that relate to you. But for most coaches, what I usually recommend is simply choosing your own name, create a personal brand, and then go forward from there. Okay, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope it helped give you some ideas for how to name your business. And most importantly, I hope it helped you simply make a decision and get on with the project of building and growing your business. And now I would love to hear from you. Drop me a line on Facebook or Instagram to let me know what you think of this topic and what your ideas are for naming your business. I'd love to hear about that. And like I said, if you are ready to take the next step in building and growing your business and you want a proven framework and a step-by-step method, and you don't want to do it all alone, then I invite you to consider joining my program, Business Academy for Coaches. Let's get on a call and talk about whether it's right for you. I'll put a link to all of that in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you. As always, take care, stay well, and I will talk to you next time. Bye for now. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode and you're keen to keep building your wellness coaching business, let's start by getting you some more clients. You can download my free guide called 3 Ways to Win New Clients This Week. In this 11-page workbook, I walk you through the simple steps to get you new coaching clients. Just 3 easy things that you can do right away. Visit drkimfoster.com/get new clients to download that workbook for free. That's all for today. I will talk to you in the next episode.